would say. I'm saying I want to say 1st to 5th grade, but I started letting pre-K in already.
Right.
Like the first season is like, you 4 years old, you're in pre-K. Come on. I'm gonna take the kids because we need to plant those seeds and water while they're young.
Right. Yeah, that's when they see it.
And that's when they be able to adopt it naturally. Like train up a child the way you should go when he's older.
Circle.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my whole thing about that is like when you give them that, they got a moral compass to come back to. So they got a standard. Like, I know I ain't supposed to do that because I was told better.
Right.
You got something to hold on to. So
as a viewer, if you're watching this, it's a lot of information, right? A lot. And you got to really break it down. So when you're hearing all the information, you got to realize like how heavy these brothers are as hood heroes. And the benefit of their work is now, my mentor, Dr. Wayne Williams, told me, find what's missing and fill the void. So they do their research and their work ethic. Now, city officials call them and give them funding because they know that they can bring the community out. If Ryan Harris or Buddha has an event, 100 kids, 100 adults coming out just off their name. So city council wants to get behind them, city reps and all that, get behind them, mayor, whoever, because they bring the community. But for that work, they received awards, as they should. Because if you hear all this information in the last 40 minutes of listening, you'll know, like, whoa, they deserve plaques. So tell me some of the biggest awards you got, surprising awards you got, and the recognition you got, because you deserve it, brother.
Yeah, go ahead. Pop your shit right now.
Yeah, pop it, man. Like I said, man, you know what I mean? He's on the news so much, think he's an anchor. He gets so many awards, think he's a mayor.
Talk to him.
Tell us about being on the news and the awards. And
all right, so I will say this. The best award that I ever got came from my own community. It was the first award that I got. It was a plaque that is, before I felt like I did what I was supposed to do, like me being where I'm at today, 13 years into the organization, they gave me an award before I got here. The people that believe in what I'm doing, the people that love me, the people that is supporting what I'm doing, I think that was the best award I ever got because they know me. They know my transformation from being a kid, what I had to endure through whatever family issues I went through, or me being a kid growing up on Delhi through poverty or whatever the case may be, then me going to Cheney and being a party boy and this and that. Like, they watch my transformation. They know me. People just getting to know me. And a lot of people that think they know me don't know me.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So for them that know me and know what I've been through and me being here now, and they awarded me before I actually did all the work now. I'm not saying I wasn't putting some work in, but I didn't deserve where they put me at, but that's what we need to do with the kids. We need to put them where they don't deserve to be so they can see themselves there before they get there.
give them a goal they don't have now.
They did that for me, and that was probably the best award. And all other awards, you know, they some dope awards and some great recognition. But I want to say this. Awards and all that, that's cool, and I'm not taking nothing away from it. But what fueled me is the work. Recognition is cool. You know what I mean? I'm not taking nothing away from it, downplaying it from the White House to city of Philadelphia to Chicago to wherever I'm at, and they giving me awards.
It's all facts, White House?
White House, yeah, absolutely. I did an 18-month core program with them, with me, Pastor Carl, and Tom Moore. We was picked out of 52 organizations in the country to be a part of this cohort for anti-gun violence. And they did a lot of studying on our organization. Organizations gave us a lot of technical training assistance that will help us do the other side of the business part so you can be profitable one day.
Right.
So, yeah, so from the White House to City Hall to Chicago.
What City Hall give you? What City Hall give you?
A couple citations. I think I got three citations from City Hall.
What about Chicago? What they done?
Chicago.
What's going on? Confused.
I do work out in Chicago. Shout out to my sister Englewood Barbie out there doing amazing work.
Right.
Connecting with them, and I linked up with them through TopDog. That's a whole other story. But if I say that real fast, let me jump through that real fast.
Pop it.
So TopDog, shout out to TopDog. Let's start there because he
put his money behind mine.
he put his, but not so much just
My
money.
TopDog Law.
Yeah, not so much as money. He trusts me with what I'm doing to be able to garner that much support to fuel the work that I'm doing. And I can't say that for everybody just freely wanting me to succeed to the point where they taking hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last 5 years to $500,000 in the last 5 years. You feel what I'm saying?
$500,000 spent, $500,000 like coming in for the organization.
And spent. It's spent so when it come in.
Yeah. Coming
But-
to be spent.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, immediately we be in a hole by the time the money
In the
comes.
hole already.
Yeah.
So we ain't even gonna think about that. But Top Dog was one of them people that invested me freely, without restrictions, without dictation,
Red tape.
without red tape. And he just like, do what you need to do.
Okay, Top Dog.
Money that, and that's another thing. A lot of people got this misconception like Top Dog give me a 110 by itself. No, Top Dog is smart. He got a law firms that he partnered with and associated himself with, and those companies he reach out to, and he do packages to donate into our organization from $2,500 to $10,000. And all of the associates that he lock in with, his partners, they come together and do $2,500 here, $500 here, and they add up to that much money, and it come all to as I plant the seed. No red tape. No, you got to do this with it. None of that. Ryan, do what you need to do. I know you're doing what's best for the community. Some of the money come from Chicago.
Right.
So, me being the person that I am, understanding the dynamics of grassroots organizations, people need to be innovative on how we share money.
Right.
If money coming from Chicago, from some of the lawyers in Chicago, then I'm gonna send the money back to Chicago so it can take care of Chicago. Chicago gonna do the same thing we gonna do.
Right.
I had no connection to Chicago before that, but what I did with Baltimore, one of my mentees, Hanif, he doing Uptalk, and he doing amazing work. He literally doing the same thing we doing, mentorship program we got, and all these different other programs.
Shout out to the organization now.
Shout out to Unlimited Potential, my man, my mentee, my mentee, however you want to call him, Hanif. He is doing the same work. When money came from Baltimore, the first year it came from Baltimore, I sent the money to him so he could take care of the kids in Baltimore because the money came from Baltimore. So that was our play. Ever since that first time, wherever the money was coming from, we taking it back to that city and we finding people that's like us to fuel their work. So we've been doing that 2 years in a row. We done gave Chicago over $30,000 from the money that we received.
Right.
We done gave Baltimore over $30,000 from the money we received from in the last 4 years.
Right.
So going to Chicago, Englewood Barbie, she gonna see this, so I want to make a disclaimer that I'm not calling them homeless because she don't play that. She call them the friends. So I'm just letting y'all know the language that I'm about to use because y'all probably don't know that she called them homeless friends, and I adopted it as well. I don't call them homeless anymore. I call them the friends because homeless is like a derogatory.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So we call them the friends, and I was Neef talked to my man Simeon from another organization that we're a part of, and he told us who was on the ground doing the real work in Chicago. He sent us a page, we looked through it, and we like, she like us. So let's go tap into her. So that's how I start building relationships in Chicago. So we've been going out there and dropping off money. Every time we get money from Top Dog, we turn it around and go right back out Chicago and take it out there. So that organization, Something Good in Englewood, is another organization that mimic exactly who we are as an organization.
Right.
We also bless them, and we just help them with taking kids. They went on the college tour. They took about over 10 kids at a college tour. You know how expensive that can get.
Right.
And they got a nursery, and they just built the school. And then they got a nursery inside the school they just built, and they needed cribs. So we donated money for them to be able to buy 10 cribs, brand new cribs for that. So we doing the work, and our work extending so far. And I forgot what the original question was.
Real quick though. Can I just break down, like, because you know when you throwing numbers out there, people think. Even
What are you breaking down?
I want to break down the budget, right? Just real quick, like when you get awarded some money or whatever, or a grant, or somebody donate or something. So
People
like
think
people,
rich.
yeah,
They think
people
rich when
think
you
that
getting
you actually getting the money as far as you being a nonprofit, but the budget as far as like even where the economy at these days, you doing the toy drives, the events, you need moon bouncers, DJs,
That's
photographers, you
$25,000.
need other people, but you also create an opportunity for those, you know, for your people want to do these jobs.
Absolutely.
But that stuff costs money, bro.
Absolutely.
Moon bounce used to be $300-400 back in the day.
250.
250.
Not now, 700.
500, 700
500,
stacks.
700.
You get what I'm saying? So that money kind of just, like he said, that money already be going on a debt that we already created to support the kids, taking them X, Y,
I'm
Z,
gonna
taking them on
give them a
trips.
real John. By December, before the Christmas event, before we about to get money from TopDog, we already probably $20,000 in the hole from programming that we trying to just make ends meet. And I'm talking about paying my employees, that's super loyal, that's sticking around regardless, feeding the kids every day, transportation, taking them on trips, giving them incentives so they can stick around, making sure even when there's something traumatic happening, like we will buy a refrigerator for a family if their lights get cut off and their food go to
other
waste.
little behind the scenes
All
stuff.
these different costs that people don't understand that it take, because they don't. You got to be in it to understand. So when somebody see, oh, as I plant the seeds, it's got 110,000.
Right, yeah.
Off the top 30
I'm
going.
already in the rear. You
I'm
don't even know
30
it.
in. Soon that money coming in, I'm sending to my employees like, God bless y'all. Thank y'all for sticking around, and I appreciate y'all. And
They'll
now
think you rich.
I'm 30.
People think you rich.
From
Like, oh, he got
110,
that.
from 30. Where you at? You at 80.
80, yeah.
And then you talking about using some of the money to provide gifts for over 500 kids that's coming through the Treehouse for Christmas.
Yeah.
That's another $25,000 we
Yeah.
spending. You feel what I'm saying?
Wow.
So before we even really start going back into programming, we got to deal with Christmas and the back balance.
Right.
And I'm giving y'all real raw,
That's real game.
real raw
numbers.
information. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you talking about 30, take away 110, you got the 80.
Yeah,
Then
the
take another
marketing
25.
Yeah, yeah.
The marketing budget,
Yeah.
we have
We
to
th-
fly.
and then I might be sending another 25 to 30 to Baltimore and Chicago with that same money.
Yeah.
So I'm probably walking away with $30,000.
Yeah, with $20,000.
And I'm already in my season going into January.
Yeah.
So it's already getting tight again.
It's a lot of responsibility.
It's crazy.
Because we spending thousands of dollars a week
Right.
just to keep up with the demand of all the kids in the
And
program,
you got
making
the
sure
other-
they eat and
you got
making
the
sure
little- you got the other people just.
Wait, so
like,
Buddha, tell us the
cash
importance
shit.
of the black dollar then. Based on
It's,
all that.
it's super important, man. Like that's what I'm super big on right now. Like
Yeah.
as far as being able to not go to this place, like even with most of the stuff I got on, is
Stocked on
is
socks. Not
stocked
stocked up socks.
Put
Peep that. Like, whoa.
Yeah, stocked up socks. My man, he
all
always
down to the side.
every time I do a school, I do. Every time I do a school, I hit Nah because I like
show
doing
love,
giveaways.
though.
Yeah, I
You
like
show
doing
love.
giveaways, bro. So I always tap into the brands that's selling merch. Like, yo, listen, donate me some clothes. Give it away to the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like these
Yeah.
kids, they not in need, but they still need to know who you are. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
feel no kind of
So
way you ain't
yeah,
bringing
shout
some.
out. Yeah,
I don't feel no kind of way.
When I see to you, I sit there, bro. Next time,
No, real
that
rap.
show was last minute. I'm like, I always got stuff
I
on
got
deck.
y'all for sure.
We got y'all for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
I normally
Yeah.
come bring gifts for
Yeah,
sure.
no,
for
for
sure.
So the
Yeah.
importance of keep
So
going.
yeah, the importance of the black dollar, like so I got a storefront down Frankfurt Avenue that I rent out. Different entrepreneurs come in. Shout out to Hustle Sport. They run the spot. Like different people in my neighborhood is able to sell their clothes in there. Being able to like a one-stop shop instead of going all the way to Camp Pressure, they can come there and grab some stuff. So it's really important because like we keep that money in the neighborhood. Like now when we got events and stuff, these the people I can tap into to educate y'all. Like yo, y'all don't gotta pay Uncle Sam. Y'all can get a tax write-off. I can give y'all these paperwork. Boom, boom, boom. Instead of paying Uncle Sam, here y'all go. Here go a tax write-off. Y'all paying Helping Power Circle to help 20 kids, 30 kids. You know what I'm saying? So just that part of it alone to circulate that black dollar is important, bro. When we using photographers, when we using DJs, we hollering at our own people. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
every time,
keeping it,
graphic designers,
Everything.
bro, everything. Like
Yeah.
everything costs. So that's why I wanted to also let y'all know, like, yo, nonprofit, this stuff costs, bro.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't getting no donations, you ain't getting a grant, you gotta dug it out. Or you want to
They
fool,
need
you
the
know
clarity.
what I'm saying? Yeah,
People need the
like,
clarity because they don't understand nonprofits.
Let's go. They got a free class
Yeah,
today.
like,
You getting
y'all
off.
giving game.
Let's go.
Our folks appreciate that. I'm telling you that they don't know because some of the stuff y'all said we didn't.
Yeah,
know.
real
People
facts.
always stack with you. So like when y'all was bucks, did y'all have the resources that y'all giving right now?
I go first, real quick.
Go ahead.
Because I want to share this.
I got
So look,
some
when I
gas.
grew up, right? So no lie, back in, so I'm 35. So back in the 90s, like I said, it was football was real big. Sports was big, you know what I'm saying? Every kid was playing sport. We ain't had phones, we ain't had none of that. You had to be outside playing around. So sports organizations was big, but we also had, I grew up in the Salvation Army. They had a joint when I was 5, 6, 7 growing up, meeting friends. Then they had the, the Power League. They had the Boys and Girls Clubs. They had other rec centers that was operating, basketball leagues. All this stuff was going on, right? Then all of a sudden, I started realizing as a teenager, it was going, disappearing. No lie, bro. Salvation Army shut down. The Power shut down. Yeah. It was still rec centers and boys clubs, but it was still like protocol to get into it, more red tape to get into it. Yeah. So those, and then football and stuff got expensive to register and keep up with the time. So no lie, I never asked this. I'm like, yo, why are these joints disappearing? Right. Then you start seeing the guns come in, like your friends going to jail. At 13, I'm talking about, bro, this 13, 14, 15, losing people like to death, to the streets, to gun violence, and it was really because of those programs was just disappearing. And I never asked, like, why. I know now it was funding issues or whatever the case may be. It might have been systematic to that, these people was uprising, let's take it away from them. You get what I'm saying? So that's how, for real, bro, like even Power Circle and the after school programs I got is from what I was learning when I was growing up, being in these things. Because I always was considered like one foot in, one foot out. I go to program, but I still run the streets, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I always had, like, I was always grounded and had a village. Foundation, had a village of different people, had the coaches involved. So yeah, like seeing that now, bro, they really took away all those joints. And I'm going through that today, like with the red tape of me bringing 50 kids somewhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? He got his own situation. Like, salute him. Me, I gotta go through a lot of red tape because they like, oh, these 50 kids, they ran bunches, stuff be going on. Listen, you gotta create relationships. It takes 2-3 years to create a relationship with a young boy. I'm not just jumping in a young boy like trying to change his life, I could give him, you could give somebody money or something, but you're not bringing that relationship together to really teach him that, have that, you know what I mean, have that structure and trust. Yeah, so we be going through things now, bro, be obstacles that it look good on the outside, bro, but trust me, bro, we be bumping in some heavy rules, which led me to doing other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So God still always maneuver me, get me through it and stuff. So I don't got no complaints, but the game like is real, bro.
Buddha, the humble one.
Real, yeah, it's real, bro.
So I had Aztecs. That was my outlet, and I thank God for it all the time. And
we beat y'all by the way,
those coaches
in the championship. No, we did, dog.
Winner's a winner.
Sound like they coach y'all on the chip, man.
Good, dog.
I ain't even gonna go there because he know better. Yeah, we've been torturing Frankfurt for some time now. They know when the tech come down to Frankfurt, they know it's gonna be a movie every time. But I was kind of tough. Like, you know how you that athlete in the community, how it used to be. They keep you away from everything. Yeah. They the one, they going out their way to come get you. They might not even come get your homie, but they coming to get you. You know what I mean? So I was one of the ones that, regardless, like when football season come, I'm on a football field, and I got accountability because how good I was. I got eyes on me. I'm not a overseen kid. So that accountability, the leadership I was learning from there, it all changed my life. And it's very important to have that foundation and structured programming when it comes to sports as well. Because it gives you a lot of your leadership, teach you how to deal with people, your work ethic. You gain this beast mentality, you know what I mean, that help you get through those hard times. So my life wouldn't even be how it is right now if I didn't have those coaches, but I call them mentors, for real.
That's what they are.
They're mentors. And a lot of people, for real, let me speak to this camera.
Go ahead, pop it.
Aztecs, or not even just Aztecs, but I'm gonna pop it for the Aztecs, but all Little League football organizations need to be funded. They are not just sports. They are mentorship, safety, and guidance. Discipline. So we can't, and discipline, we can't keep looking at sports as not mentorship, because those coaches going up and beyond for them. They spending the night, they spending money on them kids. So we have to categorize that as mentorships and gun violence prevention as well. So any grants that should be allotted to anybody that's doing work like me and Buddha that don't have nothing to do with sports, if somebody doing sports, that's anti-gun violence. And a big problem with that right now, I want to speak on why it's so important to be on that wave because back in the day, you separated a shooter from the football player.
Uh-huh.
The shooter from the basketball player. But now, the shooter is the basketball player. And he tough.
And
talking.
yeah.
And he
And he gonna pop you after this game over if you act crazy.
Right.
And everybody look up to him already because of his talent. So it's like,
And he giving the passes for the things that he doing that everybody know he's not supposed to be doing.
Right.
Because now he not only the demon, he the hope in the community. They don't go together.
The lines is blurred.
You can't
The lines is
blur those lines.
John Morant?
You gotta separate them. I mean, they in the
They put the drill music to the NBA.
in the NBA, and we was talking about Iverson.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. We talking about him not going to practice. We
talking about
cooking
Iverson.
him for that. Yeah.
Cooking him for the way he dressed.
For the way he dresses, tattoos.
But they actually bringing that gang kill culture haphazardly into the NBA. And
Even
all the
if you ain't
kids,
on that,
they
though.
shooting that joint. They blowing their
They
brains out.
glorifying it. It's being glorified.
And it's normal. Sad.
Yeah.
We is in a place where we let the youth sports get infiltrated by things that we protected it from all these years.
Yeah, man. I think that
Boy,
what
talking.
you're saying, bro.
I'm
Like
just keeping it in the
it those organizations they going. It's so much harder now for parents, for moms, for dads to pay for cleats, to pay for pads, and it's so much tougher. In my opinion, I 100% think that like all these little stores, all these little Foot Lockers, and all these companies, that as soon as this team say it's time to play, mom run right to them places. They should be required to support the kids that's playing on them teams. They should be required to donate.
buy back in.
Hold up, we go.
Community.
And hold on, you gotta go. I want to add on to that. And they saying, because I watched a lot of sports shows, they saying that the best kids are the ones that have parents that can afford to put them in the programs now. So there's no more direct ball. People can't nice how it was back in the day.
No. First of all, now you gotta even be good.
Yeah, you gotta be good now.
It's not even. Coaches don't even coach nobody else.
They
No more.
recruit.
You know, we used to go grab them boys off the street.
Yeah, they recruiting for.
If you got an attitude problem, I want you on a football field.
Now you gotta cut the check and give him a trainer and all
Yeah.
that.
You got to get them an address.
Why is
highlight
like that? Talk about that's heavy.
The times change.
Yeah.
And it's sad where our morals and our values are being held because everybody need that instant gratification. Even when you talking about cleats back then, you could go get some fly cleats, but you gotta wear fly cleats now.
Yeah,
You have to.
You couldn't just get the sharp Reebok joint like back
And
in
you
the
need
day.
3 pair of them.
No, you got to.
And
you need the disc, the back plate, and all that. That stuff costs money. You know what I'm saying?
Back in the day, no lie, bro. It had to been. I want to say.
$40.
No, I was saying the amount of teams though.
Oh,
the amount
right.
of divisions, the amount of you get 4 or 5 teams in each neighborhood, bro. Now it's only probably 1 team represented, maybe 2. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 1 team only got a couple weight classes, but back in the day, it used to be from 5 years old all the way to
13, 14.
16. I played since
I'm
I
a
was
little
16.
older.
My last year was
They
16.
extended the age with y'all.
Yeah, I wasn't a ringer.
older.
I was
Yeah.
16. Then
They
like to
bleeding
high
us,
school,
man.
but now it's like, bro, them joints disappeared. Like
They bleeding us dry, and these companies not pouring back into the neighborhood.
And then
I'm about to say, I don't want to.
10 years old.
You
I don't
by
wanna-
default because you
By
can't play on the
default,
team.
yeah.
I want to take away from the companies that are giving back because
Who is it? Shout them out.
I would say like I remember Modell's coming up. If you say you play for a certain team in your area, they give you a discount. So that did help. I'm not gonna say
Back in
that.
the day.
Six Smith.
Back in the
Shout out to Lloyd Sixsmith.
Mhm.
Lloyd Sixsmith been through the test of
Yeah,
time.
they used to look out
Shout out
for
Planet Fitness for giving kids
Free,
membership,
absolutely.
free membership
Shout out Planet Fitness
over the
for sure.
summer. I had to stop going
They
to
need
one of
that.
those too many kids going. But
Yeah.
shout out Planet
Oh, that's
Fitness
happening.
that keep them from being outside, man.
Absolutely.
And it's healthy for them. So I love that.
Yeah, so shout out to those like the Modells. I think they closed down now.
Yeah, they closed
But
down.
Dick's, they give you some percentage off, so they do. But I agree that they could do more.
You can do way more.
Way
you can
more.
Do way more.
They multi-million-dollar companies that ain't missing.
Speaking of doing more, what's up with your school situation? Where you at with that?
So
Put you on the spot real quick.
I know you think you got me thinking how much I want to let go right now.
Yeah.
Just pause.
Yeah. Where you at?
All right, so I want to say this without giving up too much tape because I'm making some real power moves in my community to be able to get exactly what I need, and I don't want to crack the egg.
Get what you can.
You know what I mean? But I would say that within the next 5 years, I feel like we're going to be able to build a school.
Yeah.
And it's not just going to be any kind of school. It's going to be the school that's literally geared towards helping the kids where they at, not where we just want to teach them. We can't just keep teaching them ABCs and 1, 2. The world is not ABCs and 1, 2, 3.
No, they can get that off.
It's
they don't got
over.
no cursive.
It's over.
They don't got to write no more.
They don't got to do anything. They got to check
book bags and none of that.
ChatGPT.
You
Shout out to
tell them,
ChatGPT,
give them a topic there,
man.
put that joint on ChatGPT and spit out a whole paper.
That's it.
And don't got to do nothing.
No, it's really crazy right now, but I want to reflect. I want to build a school that reflect what the future going to be.
Yeah.
Instead of us giving them information that keep them in bondage.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? This information that they get in school is giving you career paths to the careers that's being outdated. It don't make no sense, and they literally put them in a tunnel down to it and suffocating each student to fight for those competing jobs that's left.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I mean?
So they set them up as a pipeline to the jail system.
Without a doubt, we already know that. We already know that.
Everything
So I want to meet these kids where they at and give them a whole lot of more the stuff that they need to make them whole people, the necessities they need to fight through those obstacles to meet them where they at, and give them the skills for the future that's going to be able to help them create generational wealth. But if not creating generational wealth, at least stability for the family that you create.
One of the things I would love to see, man, like, and if maybe you can get in your school when you get it popping, is like an inventory of jobs. We are like oversaturated in home health aides, right? Yeah. There's so many jobs. Like our kids only know the jobs of their neighbors,
absolutely,
the people in their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many other things that they could be doing that they don't know about. So I would love to see like this is an inventory. This is what you could be doing. That's something that's like that they could see.
That's part of what we're doing already. We just had an entrepreneurship program. Shout out to Shantae 2 times. Shout out to
she got great energy.
Shout out to Bree Couture, that's one of our mentors. They came in and did a whole entrepreneurship segment. Yeah. Giving the kids headshots, teaching them the ins and outs of entrepreneurship and business 101. Yeah. Like literally learn them how to brand and market at an early age. So these are some of the concepts that's already embedded into the program.
I want to add on to them because we got to wrap up soon. So let's go ahead and ask you a question before you wrap up. But I want to get some honorable mentions, and I'm going to say your names, and you can add on how y'all want to say these names.
I hope you say my man name. Go ahead.
Let's see. Manny 215.
Manny 215. Listen, I met Manny prior to all this transitioning when he was transitioning from rapper to activist. You know what I mean? He used to be with the mentees in my program. So he not one of my mentees that was in my program, but I tucked him. I would say that, you know, he was around me enough for me to say that he really one of my youngins for real. Mm-hmm. I love him dearly, and I love the work that he's doing. He is giving a lot of young boys hope that's like him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That is, you know, he an ex-football player as well, got hurt, and different circumstances life led him to doing the wrong thing, but he is a good example for some young kids to look up to and be able to say, I can. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because of his circumstances, where he came from, and he doing X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? And he the one that sent TopDog my way, actually.
You cool, Manny,
no,
too,
definitely.
Right?
Shout out to Manny. He was definitely one of those key parts of coming to my program down in Frankfurt. He got a lot of ties with the masjid down in Frankfurt. Shout out to Taha. So just him already knowing, you know, some people that I knew in my neighborhood, he always popped up to the program, did some rap battles with the kids, spoke to the kids. So yeah, shout out to him for sure.
How about Chill Moody? I feel like he don't get enough credit. Chill Moody.
Chill don't get enough credit
at
all.
A lot of people probably don't know. Chill Moody really a community boy.
For sure.
At his core, at his heart, he really, you know, he be on the ground. People don't even know. Like,
that's funny.
We bowl every Tuesday together, a 17-week bowling league.
He another sneaky young.
He nice too.
A lot of little businesses.
How about Leonzo and Will?
Will Time?
Yeah, Will Tiles and Leonzo.
Will Time, my brother.
Yeah,
like,
I say shout out to Will Time. I found out he went.
Leonzo, my brother. Like, I started this journey well, I ain't gonna say I started the journey. The Treehouse journey, I met Will around while we just acquired the Treehouse, and it was in process of getting fixed, and he was doing the same thing with Rec Philly down Market Street, and we was bouncing ideas off of each other. Literally, he'll send me something. I said, yo, check this out for me. Proof this. Check my website out. Tell me if this up to par or whatever. That's my brother.
Tell them who Leon's and Will is, for ones that don't know.
They brothers, for real. No, not real brothers, but I'm saying, like...
Yeah, it's putting together.
They brothers, like, they've been doing a lot of work together. They built Rec Philly together. Yeah. And they just intertwine with a whole lot of business ventures, and they just good folk to know in this industry to have in your back pocket to be able to call when you not just need something, but when we just need really advice for somebody to talk to. Good brothers, solid brothers.
The last one is Young Bob. And
that's what I was waiting for right there. I was waiting for that.
Young Bob, we're going to do it in the trios. My last one, Young Bob, Wallow, and Nomo. I'm not sure his name.
Rick. All right, so
shout out to Young Bob.
Bob, our brother.
That's our brother.
Nah, we locked in. Man. Bob one of us. He one of us.
And it's crazy.
He don't get enough credit either.
Yeah, he don't get enough credit because it's crazy because a lot of the young people need to know who Young Bob is to the culture. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like me growing up, bro, 15, 16, running after school to go put that next DVD in with all your homies to watch that show. To now working with Bob and texting him, and so Bob.
First of all, he's a legend. Let's not shortchange that man. Oh man, Bob. Because Bob for sure. He's so humble. He'll make you shortchange him because he's so modest and humble, but we all be telling him like, yo, bro, you really, really a legend. You really, really created something, a movement in the city that nobody can take away from you. Right. Nobody can forget, and we still know them raps word for word, don't we?
Facts.
Don't we?
For sure.
So I'm just saying.
Bob, shout out to him though, because we always definitely just share plays, share resources with each other, and we just link up regularly. Like
and Bob look out for everybody. He behind the scenes. He got his hands in a lot of little stuff that people don't give him credit for just because of the way his demeanor is. Yeah. But like that boy got his hands. He be developing people and he sneaky text boy and motivate you, boy.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? He one of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he's somebody good to have in your corner.
Yeah, I look at they like my mentors though. Him and Ryan, they're a little bit older than me, so I definitely call them all the time for advice and stuff for sure. Shout out to Bob. Who else I said? Oh, Wallow. Shout out to Wallow.
Yeah.
So Wallow, both of us, I feel like in the uprise, he came through. Like when he first came home, coming to our programs, talking to our kids, and we really got to see him like really, elevate in front of your eyes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Him coming to talk to the kids and stuff. To now, like being where he at.
A giant.
Yeah. So shout out to him. I always tell him every time I see him, they rewarded me $25,000 when they was doing the Barstool grants out. So definitely I always say shout out to them because that was like one of my first big grants like that. You know what I'm saying, publicly, that really had the help for Power Circle. So
and as we leave, tell us how we can support you real quick. 1 minute.
We got, go on our website. You'll be able to donate through our website. But more importantly, come share your skills. Come invest in the youth and spend your time. That's more valuable than money.
Got you. Listen, man, so...
Damn, we spot.
This is...
What? No, go ahead. Shout out. We got to shout out Rick. And, Wallow helped us get the first 30K off. Yeah. He came out and lit it up, and people started donating. So shout out to Wallow.
Shout out to Wallow.
Him, a lot of that momentum for that fundraiser when it happened. And Ricky Duncan doing the same work as us.
Producers, you got what, woman-led producers?
What we got, Tris?
We got like 2 minutes.
All right, give us one of your joints
I'm
real quick.
I'm going to throw some names at you real quick. You tell me what come to your mind, right?
Go ahead.
Malcolm X.
Revolutionary.
Militant.
Dr. King.
I'm doing some research, y'all.
Come on, guys. Minute 30 seconds. Come on.
I put him at a standard of philanthropy for sure. Game changer.
Yeah.
I would say power. I would just leave power.
Resourceful.
Marcus Garvey.
Philosopher. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Artist.
Dr. Julius Flynn.
He trying to make me
your hero,
mentor. Like for me personally, but like he a giant.
Yeah.
He a giant of wisdom.
So listen, you hear that?
I love that. Wisdom. I rest him.
This is the Legendary Podcast. You're sitting here talking to two legends that's doing the work. You have all this footage to see why they are living to legendary.
Oh,
Thank you,
man.
Buddha.
It always seems like it's never enough time, right?
Never. You know what I mean? We about to come back, man.
No, we
Great,
want
man.
to come back.
For sure.
Definitely come back.
I
For
like what
sure.
y'all got going on for sure, man. Shout out to y'all,
Appreciate you,
though.
bro.
Shout out to y'all.